Hey guys, this is Dr. Mario Leba with Surg-eOn, a social media platform for surgeons by surgeons for surgeons' needs. So let's go ahead and click on the Surg-eOn icon here. We're doing some beta testing. All right, so let's click the home button on the bottom left. This is kind of what we see here. So let's kind of go through the screen. You look at the top left here. We're going to click that. I can view my profile. So it says I joined a couple days ago, robotic surgeon. I'm out in New Mexico and I work at this hospital. A random amount of experience years. I've been working at this quite a while, it looks like. In addition to this, you can also post a picture that you like. You can also view any of the posts that you've had since you've started posting, which is very nice to keep track of what you've had. All right, so let's come back and look at this a little further. So one of the things that we're trying to do with Surg-eOn is we want to just have this just for surgeons. So with an MPI number and some verification, you will be allowed on the app, and you can be sure that the other people on the app utilizing this are actually surgeons. Now, there will be some vendors and so forth, but they have the ability to look at things, but not necessarily post. Now, some of the reps, if you contact them, can get back to you, but it's a one-way street here. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this, the platform here. If you look at the bottom left, we've talked about the home button. Right next to that is the discussion button. And if you wanted to have a discussion with one of the telebio reps, for example, or this other rep, you'd be having a direct conversation with them. The one next to that is posts. I don't have any posts at the moment on this section, but you can get the idea. We're going to skip the next one on the bottom, which is the posting section. We'll look at that in a second. And we can actually, if you wanted to look at a video, you can look at your saved videos that you've had from before, so the posts, or some of the products. So let's say you looked at a stapler, 2 months ago, you can't remember what it was, but you liked it, you want to look at it a little more. Well, guess what? If you had saved it, it's under the saved section for your products. And also the same thing with the posts. So all the way on the bottom right, we got the vendors tab. And we're going to look at this a little later, but basically this is the booth space for our vendors, which are going to be coordinating some of the discussion in terms of the surgeons going to look at some of their details or maybe some of the products that these vendors have. And on this section, there's actually a search button, so you can go ahead and click whatever you wanted to get on there, and there you go, BARD pops up, and you click on their section. You can also look at it via the blue alphabet on the right of the screen. You just click on whatever letter you want, and that's what pops up. All right, well, let's go through this a little bit. Let's go ahead and click on My Feed. So the difference between My Feed and Trending, so if you look at Trending, it's going to give us some of the highest rated videos that are out there, or the ones that having some of the most discussion. And My Feed is, what I'm wanting to see. So one of the cool things about our app is that we're going to have different specialties involved in the feed that you're allowed to get. So there's going to be general surgery, there'll be hepatobiliary, colorectal, hernia, robotics, laparoscopic, open. And that's just the beginning. We're going to have so many more that are potentially going to be on the app. And the cool thing is that these will be their own rooms with their own discussions and so forth. But if you wanted to get feed from all of them, you'll get the feed from all of them. So let's go ahead and click on this trending tab, and let's look at the post by co-founder Dr. Mark Solomon. So he actually has this post here, and this is a test post. But let's say, for example, it was a video or a comment of some sort, and we liked it. I'm going to give it a 5 scalpel rating. There you go. And I liked the video, so I'm going to give it some sort of comment in the bottom, where I'm going to ask a question like, what was the indication for the surgery, right? So we're going to click that in there. And also, I've noticed that some of the other surgeons have commented, and hey, I liked this one. I wanted to give this one a thumbs up, but maybe I didn't like one of the other ones, and maybe I kind of disagreed with them, and so I gave it a thumbs down, or for whatever reason, right? So it keeps the commenters honest with everyone in the group, and it makes for a lively discussion. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and save this because we liked it, so we can come check it later. There you go. All right, well, let's go back. Let's look at another feed here. Let's look at this feed from this one right here. All right, well, this is a sample feed that I did early on, and you can see the video. This is actually gonna play a video. It'll have some audio for us as well.
Because I'm TNT.
And we can kind of watch and look at the video longer. Then give some. We can fast forward on the video if we like. Let's go ahead and go back here. Sorry. There you go. So let's say that we want to look at the what exactly does this video or this post entail? So here we are. You look under the scalpel rating, there's a section that says procedure overview. All right, so for example, the surgeon, he or she can place any amount of information that they want here to express their ideas or their concerns for the post. So one of the things we wanted to do in this Surg-eOn app is we wanted to kind of formalize or standardize the way videos are posted so everyone knows exactly what to expect, and it's not disorganized as you may have seen on some other of video platforms. So for example, on this one, they said they use the XI system. They use 3 ports, some setup, some operative times, defect size, and so forth. This is version 1.0. So version 1.1, 1.2, version 5.0 down the road and so forth. It's going to have so many abilities that, I mean, you're going to be amazed. Anywhere from directly being able to evaluate, maybe coding or asking questions or trying to track your data. I mean, these are ideas that we're looking for, and these are ideas that we've are looking to develop. And over the next couple months to years, this is what's going to come from this. All right, well, let's look down on products use. So one of the things that is really cool about our app is not only do you see the surgery, you see a little bit of discussion on it, but you can actually see what the surgeon used. For example, you see this video, you like that instrument, you like that stapler, you're like, well, what is that? Well, other than direct messaging the surgeon and asking them, well, here it's going to be directly on there. They're going to see what products they've used, how they used it, and so forth. So let's look at this a little bit. Let's click the electrosurgical device. So, hey, this is your Bovie, or this is your harmonic, or this is your vessel seer, whatever it is. This gives some information about it, and you can see some of the products information. So you like it, so you're going to save that so you can come back and check it out later, right? You can also look at some of the posts that maybe it's been involved in. Here you go. We just saw this post that it's involved in. So down the road, you can actually see what other surgeons have posted, and you can see some other ideas they may have for certain products and so forth. All right, well, let's go back here, and let's click on some other things. So you'll see some of the things that are not highlighting blue, but the function is going to be where you can actually tag a surgeon. Maybe you can tag a rep. You can tag certain products that are not currently part of our app. We're still developing procedures and so forth. So that's really cool. You can actually click to an off-site. So this is actually going to take us to the Surg-eOn website. Well, who are these Surg-eOn guys? Well, there you go. That's me. You got Dr. Hefner. You got Dr. Solomon. And you got Joseph Grego. So we are all involved in the making of this app. and we're very excited to show it to you. So let's look at maybe telebio. So here you go. We're going to look at this telebio. So in this section, on the middle part, you see something called products with the blue line underneath it. Well, these are all the products that telebio has on our app. So Ovatex, you got the Ovatex LPR, the PRS, and so forth. Well, the cool thing is that you can actually go and look at the product details. Here are the vendor. Here's where you can place anything you want to display your product, even some external links and so forth, maybe some PDFs and some videos and so forth. So maybe some sizes of the mesh and so forth. You can also click the post section and you actually see where this telebio has been mentioned or posted. So here we go. We were just looking at this video, right? And there's the tags. On the top right, you can actually see something called mentions. Well, that tells us how many times telebio has been tagged or mentioned in the posts, and it just helps us kind of see what kind of traffic we're getting and so forth. All right, well, let's get out of this, and we're going to give a thumbs up here. We're going to post a comment here, say video. All right, there we go. Let's go back to our home page and let's talk about some more things. So, all right, we're going to go to our saved function now. These are all our saved posts that we've had over the last, since you've been a member, and you can see all the posts. So you can easily come back and look at them. These are saved products. We want to look at these down the road too. There you go. And let's go to our vendors tab. We looked at this a little bit earlier, but we're going to, type in, let's type in something here. Let's look at this Curluki Incorporated. All right, well, it has 7 mentions, as you can see. There's some products. They sell syringes and some speculums and so forth. All right, well, let's kind of utilize this. Let's see what we can do. So we're actually going to post a text post. So from the app, you can actually post a text post or place some pictures. If you're going to do a long video, there's a web platform that the surgeon will place their video. But for now, we're going to look through here. So we're going to click a topic. We want this to go in the laparoscopic group. Now, let's say the general group. All right. We're going to say this is a test post. And let's go ahead and tag some of these guys. So let's tag at, this company was Curluki Incorporated. Let's say here, post. What do they have? Let's see. They had some speculums, I believe. There you go. They had some, let's go ahead and do it at syringes. And all right. Well, let's tag some other things since we're here. All right, Cinecore, there we go, tag that. All right, well, let's go ahead and post that. There you go, it's gonna pop up on our feed right here. And here we go, we can click on the Curluki. It's gonna take us to the Curluki booth space. So all information that we want is there. We wanted to look up, let's say, speculums. Well, there you go. The other surgeons can come back and look at the speculums. They can see what posts they've been on, and they can actually maybe even contact a rep and so forth. All right, this is where they want to contact a rep here. Well, that one hasn't been set up yet, but you get the idea. All right, and we're going to give this one a scalpel rating of 2. I'm not going to save it because I really didn't like it. All right, well, let's go back on this now. And what other functions can we show you? All right, let's say you remember a post from maybe a couple months ago. You don't remember exactly what it was, but you know who it was. So there is a possibility that you can, look at it by. All right, let's just put in here T and. All right, this is the one I placed 4 months ago. All right, TNT. Oh yeah, that was it. I'm gonna go ahead and click on that, and it's gonna take me to the post, and I'm gonna have a look through all the stuff there. You can also, in the versions that come, you can actually look by surgeons. So we're going to look at by surgeons, spell this correctly, surgeons, and like I said, it's right now, it's not version 1.0, but that's going to be the idea down the road here. All right. That gives you the vast kind of idea of what we're dealing with and how we can do this. And we're very excited because, we're at the stage right now where we're building this app out, and we're looking for feedback. We're looking for the end users, which are the surgeons, kind of what they want on it. What would she like to see? What would he like to see? What would they not like to see? Stuff like that. Plus, we also got the vendor section where the vendors are going to be kind of interacting and available to help out the surgeons, which are in the center, right? And also with that, we're going to have some reps, so you'll be able to interact with the rep that you want and so forth. Some ideas we had are you can actually even maybe send an email to your purchasing department at your hospital with the picture or the link and so forth. So these are coming in the subsequent versions, but beta testing for version 1.0, here you go. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to discussing this with you further, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.